Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going out wide, finds Chubb. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, that's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Dueling the man in motion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! Donovan Peoples-Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st down, Barlow. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Barlow. Flush to his right, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Dalvin Tomlinson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
What a luxury it is to be able to call the bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
To throw is Watson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 14. They run it again with Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Barlow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. Doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Watson. And the Raiders have got him. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, Charles, you look at this offense. They're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6th or 7th seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. This is taken at about the 14 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Second and a couple. Watson changing the play. On second down, here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
3rd and 2, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And trouble trying to middle here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. He finds his man, complete. It's Brewer. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. We'll get this up to about the 44. And quickly, they get to the line. Now it's Watson. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 50, it's Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now Chubb running right, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Barlow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from the 20. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He can't get him down. Sheds another. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now second down and a few inches. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get it down here to the 33.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through.